Hey everyone, I'm Allison and you're watching Long Island Thrifter. Today I'm in Bellmore at one of my favorite thrift stores. So let's check it out.
Today I'm at the Long Island Trading Post located at 2034 Newbridge Road in Bellmore. And I have to tell you, I love this shop so much. There is so much to see. You're going to spend a couple hours in here. I guarantee it. I started walking around and I noticed this one section over here that had a ton of collectibles like Star Wars and other items. I love the slot machines. They're so cute. I think we had one of those when I was a kid. Nothing like getting a kid into gambling, kind of like those candy cigarettes when you were a kid, getting them into smoking. These I thought were really pretty. They're demi-tasse. I was trying to see if there was any kind of 925 on the bottom of the plate and the holder for the demi-tasse cup, but if you haven't already known, silver prices are pretty high. Obviously not as high as the gold prices, but I think silver has tripled in price in the last year or so. So something to be on the lookout for. Speaking of gold, these are beautiful 22 karat gold highball glasses, I believe made by Sarah, and those are pineapples on there. Total mid-century. A set of 6 sold for $40 and another one, a set of 3, sold for $16. Now this store is like a lot that I've covered where most items are not priced and you just bring up your items to the front counter and they will give you a price. There are a few items that do have prices on them, but most do not. I love this mare and foal. It's actually a lamp. And when I looked it up, I found one that sold for $25 that was in the white that was in the store, and another one that was in black that sold for $40. But very pretty, and I'd love to see it lit up. I think it would be a really pretty lamp. There's so much to look at, and I want to apologize for my selfie stick getting stuck on the right side. And I also want to apologize. Oh no, precious moments. No. You know how I feel about those, folks. Not into them. Actually, this painting down here, I thought was another artist. I had to take a double take because I thought it was really pretty, actually. Not my style necessarily, but I think someone would like that. And when I looked it up, I found that it's called Moonlight Dance by Stephen Klein. It's a print. It just found one for sale for $80, but no sold comps on that. And then I turned the corner and I just want to tell you, if you're into DVDs, CDs, vinyl, old electronics, there's also kids games, things like that, board games. This is a place for you to check out because if you're a collector or know a collector, you should tell them about this place. Look at all the vinyl records. It's so fantastic. There's some Tom Petty back there. Oh, I miss him. He was great. And once you turn around, you want to go and actually head out the back door. I know it sounds crazy, but there's more to see outside because there's some trailers back here that are filled with items. And there's some great pieces, so you don't want to miss out by not checking it outside, even though it was bitterly cold out that day and we were waiting for a big snowstorm to come in. A lot of glassware and different dishes and housewares in this trailer. I did notice this. These are beautiful dishes. I think my grandmother may have had this pattern. I'm not sure. And when I looked it up, I realized it's Royal China Currier and Ives, the old grist mill. And a lot of people buy this stuff. Not surprising though, because the blue and white is such a pretty colorway. I went back inside because it was too cold out at that point. And I turned around and I noticed this little tiny wicker doll furniture. And it turns out it's from Muffy Vanderbeer, their table and chairs. Now, there's also, I guess, a settee or a love seat as well, but no sold comps on that. I just thought it was funny. And I loved this vase next to it. It's so pretty, total mid-century modern design with that kind of atomic starburst going on. It's a Heinrich Selb H&C. I only found one selling for $45. No sold comps on that. But Really incredible things. Then this killed me. This is a cookie jar, happily dying of chocolate, it reads. And I was laughing because I don't think I would probably have that on my counter, but there are people that do love this. And as I've told you before, cookie jars sell. As you can see, a lot of them have sold. Look at this. I mean, they're pretty popular. Even this one. Again, I wouldn't necessarily have that on my counter, but cookie jars are always a good seller, and especially the unique ones, like that lady dying of chocolate. Over here, I noticed, yes, those are Federal glass mixing bowls. They're really beautiful. And by the way, there's a lot of Pyrex over here too. We're going to come back around, but I had to pick one up and take a look at it. They're really in gorgeous condition. Never seen the light of a dishwasher. So important. We'll get back to that shelving unit. Don't forget to look up. There are a lot of light fixtures that are very cool, very pretty. So don't forget to look up. And then there's a lot of Lennox over there too on these shelving units. And more cookie jars. Look at the cute little dog. He's the thinking dog. And they sell anywhere between $35 and $38. It's a McCoy. And people collect these. They're definitely something, again, cookie jars have all sold for me. This is a Cook's Club ceramic cow. And there was one sold comp for $20. And then over here is kind of like a Christmas hobby horse, holly tree rocking horse cookie jar. No sold comps on that. Those are for sale. So I wouldn't probably go for that one. A lot of, look, the neon, that's all new, but you know, they're getting new stuff in all the time. Now, this is a pattern that I've told you about in other videos. I see it all the time. It's Royal Worcester Evesham. These are casserole dishes, and you can find them sold all the time. A lot of people love it. What are those things? Those are crazy. But yeah, people love the Royal Evesham. And then there's a bunch of Harry Potter books. Yes, for all the fans. And I turned around and I saw these glasses. A lot of really nice mid-century glasses here. These are beautiful. They are from Gay Fad Studios, Atomic Calypso, bongos, and mariachis. These are selling online for $34 and $28, but no sold comps. There's some purses and a furry purse. Not for furries, but like it's just a furry purse. Yeah. Anyway, I looked up over here and I saw a shoe shine kit. I love shoe shine kits. I think they're super cute. I always kind of envision that maybe this could be like for herbs on your windowsill or something with a plastic liner inside to protect the wood. I always think old toolboxes, like wooden toolboxes, would be good for that as well. So these are sold comps. They sell anywhere from like $23 to $36. So keep an eye out for them. They're good. They sell pretty consistently. Had to look up again and see this beautiful chandelier. I can't tell if it's vintage or if it's a newer one, but it really is pretty nonetheless. I do like it. Over here, look at that carnival glass and look how it shines. This is gorgeous, so pretty. And then I walked over towards the front case. There's jewelry up here in the cases and just really incredible. There's brooches. A friend of mine was here a few weeks ago. She picked up a bunch of brooches here and watches. I had to walk around to the front case again because there's some really nice rings and necklaces in here as well. Then I noticed this rolling pin outside the case and I had to see what this was about. It reads that it's an early pasta rolling pin and it's made out of one piece of wood. It's $35. That is a beautiful piece of work, isn't it? I mean, that's pretty amazing. Look, there's more jewelry hanging right in front of me too. It's everywhere. There's so much to see. It's fabulous. I think any collector or anyone who's looking for items, this is a great shop for you to come to. They're always getting new stuff in. More Star Wars stuff, a lot more collectibles. And then this kind of was funny. It's Little Red Riding Hood, but the one in the store is blue and white. And this is what they actually look like when the color was still on them. So I thought that was funny. The blue and white one, and it said Little Red Riding Hood. There's no red to be found on that, but it is a cookie jar. This is Cookie Jar Day at the Trading Post. Back at the Federal Glass and Pyrex. This was fun. These are cereal bowls. These are Pyrex, or they're chili bowls. They also list them as well. But I love the milk glass. Really pretty. There's 4 of them here. A set of 6 sold for $46, and then another pair sold for just under $20. Right next to them, these are Termo Criso milk glass, and they're very pretty. They're in nice condition as well. Those I only found selling for $24.95. No sold comps on those. But it was this. Look at this. This is a Pyrex Pueblo casserole with lid. Now there's a third component to this. If you see these, they have a third piece that kind of holds the whole casserole dish. And with that, they've sold anywhere from $60 to $99. Apparently they had a lot of that Pueblo collection that have already sold off. So this was like the last piece in there. Then over here, I noticed this beautiful collection of dishware. It's made by Gerbil. Yes, the manufacturers that brought you Hummels. I didn't know they made dishware as well. But I liked this pattern. I felt like it was very farmhouse or cottagecore. Definitely something that I could see in that kind of decor. And it was a beautiful set. I mean, it looked like it had never been used. I would definitely run over there if you're into that. There are a lot of people that buy this, and it's called Gerbil Burgundy is the name of the pattern. Really pretty, and they sell out. There's a lot of them that have sold, so go check those out. Then over here, I of course saw a pair of Starbucks cobalt blue glass mugs. Very pretty. I did look them up, and I found a pair that sold for $30. Long Island Trading Post is by far my favorite place. I really do love it. Every time I go in there, it's so good. And not only that, they play the best music. It's like 70s and 80s classic rock. You're rocking out, dazed as you're looking at all the fabulous items. It's just a perfect thrifting afternoon.
Thanks for watching Long Island Thrifter. If you enjoyed this video, I think you might like this one next. Keep on thrifting.